Today's video is going to be a tribute to the one true godfather of YouTube fame. He was truly one of a kind. Now, if there are people on this planet that both love and hate you for what you do, that means you are more like Jesus than the rest of us. If you're a polarizing figure, it means that you're doing what God sent you here to do. Now, I also want to take a moment in this video to send a gentle warning to every man in the manosphere to guide your mental, emotional, and physical health. It's important to get yourself examined by a doctor regularly, or you can find yourself checking out early. Let's talk about it.
I am the king, the king, the king, the king, the king, the king, the king. I am the king, 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 the king. I am the king, the king, the king, the king, the king, the king, the king. I am the king, 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 the king. I am the king, the king, the king, the king. Come on now, beat. I am the king, the king, the king, the king. Come on now, beat. I am the king, the king, the king, the king. Come on now, beat. I am the king, the king, the king, the king. Come on now, beat.
We dismantle the patriarchy. Who's going to build the world? What percentage of women are
I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will not be. I am the king and will not
Now, I don't want anyone to get the false impression that I had a close relationship with Kevin Samuels. However, I did talk to him once on the phone, and we corresponded by email a few times, and I remixed a couple of songs that he used on his program, Kiss the Ring and I'm the King. Now, our correspondence was a little contentious at times because I'm a little bossy, okay? We were both trying to achieve the same goal, which is to end the toxic separation and division between black men and women and revive the black family. But I was trying to push him to approach it more like I was doing, with education rather than confrontation. And as you all know, Kevin was his own man, right? And there was a method to his madness. He was not only trying to achieve a goal, but that was altruistic, but he was also running a business. And as a man who has been in business 45 years, I had to bow down to the Godfather in recognition of his unique selling position, okay? Now, in the communication and advertising and marketing business, the only thing that sells better than sex is controversy. Now, I wrote hard-hitting and award-winning controversial editorials for a black-owned newspaper for 13 years. And whenever I wrote an article that criticized people in a prominent class, such as teachers and preachers, it created an uproar. It became the talk of the town, and the publisher could hardly print enough copies of that issue for everybody. Now, I'm a controversial person naturally because I always tell the truth. And sadly, we live in a day where the truth is controversial. However, that experience taught me that when it comes to business, being controversial can be highly profitable. Kevin Samuels perfected the art of mixing truth, controversy, and business to create a social media money-making machine. And I had to tip my hat to the Godfather and back off trying to pressure him to be more like me and just let him do his thing. Now, there was a couple of times that I became concerned about his health once I saw how hard he was working and how he literally became the embodiment of his mission. At first, I noticed that he wasn't just talking, okay? He was actually feeling mentally and emotionally whatever he was talking about. And secondly, I noticed that he was ingesting 2 or 3 energy drinks every night. And the thing that made me concerned about the energy drinks is that he was burping frequently. And frequent burping can be an indication of a heart condition. Now, if you're consuming a lot of energy drinks and you are burping frequently, I suggest that you see a doctor immediately, okay? Now, sometimes the only sign that you'll get is burping and or what feels like indigestion. And when I was in the Army, I had several soldiers in my unit die from too much of these chemicals in their system. And essentially what they died from was caffeine overload, and the heart couldn't take it anymore after a while. Now, I saw one of Kevin's in the car videos from about 3 or 4 years ago where he just came from the store where he said that he bought energy drinks. So he'd been drinking them frequently for a long time. And see, Kevin was stressing himself out by being emotionally locked into what he was doing, all of the recent traveling, and constantly consuming those drinks. Okay, now I don't know if that combination of things caused his heart to give out, but I suspect that they contributed to his demise. And as in every other negative category, Black people have a higher mortality rate than other groups. We die younger in just about every age group, no matter what group is selected to be studied. In 2019, 72,000 more Black people died at earlier ages than whites. And according to the Centers for Disease Control, or the CDC, heart disease is the leading cause of death for Black men in 2019. 24% of male deaths were heart-related, and cancer was the second leading cause of Black male death at 20%. Now, one of the primary contributors to heart disease and cancer is weight. Okay, 44% of Black men in America are overweight and 37.5% are obese. And brothers, it's important to find a doctor and get regular checkups. And a lot of Black male mortality can be avoided if we simply exercise, eat better, drink more water, and see a doctor at least annually. Now, I had to squeeze into this suit to honor Kevin because I put on weight from catching COVID. I didn't get COVID-19. I caught 2 forms of COVID at the same time, which is SARS and MRSA, that made me swell up like a Thanksgiving Day parade balloon, okay? But I got the okay from my doctor to start working out again, so I've been in the gym for the last 2 weeks working out like a madman. Now, I, for one, am going to miss Kevin Samuels, okay? He was the sharpest dressed nerd that I ever encountered, okay? I laughed for 2 days straight every time I thought about Jigsaw. Are you married? Anyway, sayonara, Godfather. Those of us who love and admire you are going to miss you, and everybody else can kick rocks. All right? Amen.
Are you married?
Yes.
If you're not going to,
What does that matter? Okay, I'll say this much. I choose not to be.
Get an aggressive woman and ask a question that triggers them because they repeat the question because they're like, oh, how dare you? So when they repeat the question, what they're saying is, no, this mother sucker didn't. Are you married? Are you married? You know, she had to, helpful. Y'all ever see Saw? Y'all ever see the movie Saw? Y'all remember the movie Saw? And Jigsaw? Jigsaw has those round circles on his face and then those sharp ass features. Looking like Jigsaw. Jigsaw up in this mud. Jigsaw with Rick James hair. Are you married? No, sir, I'm not. Well, why are you asking me? I just thought I'd ask. You know? You can't say that to me. I got a question for you. That's what was on the phone? Is that not what was on there? Oh, shit. Are you married? Do you have issues with women? Get the dog off me. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Get the dog off of me.